I'm going to tell y'all a story about the time I was in an abusive relationship. It's not going to be the whole story because when I tried to tell the whole story, it was taking up too much time. So I'm just going to tell y'all from the time that we went on a date to the time he moved into an apartment. I'm going to tell y'all more stories about this person because I have a lot of stories when it comes to this person, but I'm going to talk about the time he put his hands on me and the time that he kidnapped me. So I had a man, I had a boyfriend. He was 24, I was 18. I'll tell y'all more about that in the next story time. But this time, I want y'all to hear what I got to say about the situation. So, he had this apartment, I think it was called Aiden Park. I think that's Aiden Park Apartments. He was living there, and it was really ghetto. It was really, really ghetto. And I stayed with him. Like, literally, I always stayed at his house all the time. But there was a time where he had said something that I did not like, and I was trying to leave. And keep in mind, before this day, I always used to leave him. I always used to try to break up with him because in my soul, in my spirit, I knew there was something wrong with him. Like, I knew there was something wrong with him and off. For one, he was extremely quiet and he was extremely to himself and self-reserved. So I never felt like I really had a connection with him in the first place. But the reason why we was together was because he had told me he loved me within the 2 weeks of us being together, right? He had told me he loved me, and then every time I used to say, no, I want to be single, da-da-da, he would fight really hard for me. Like, he would fight. What I think was fighting for me was, at the time when I was 18. So I would think, okay, he loves me a lot, and I don't want to leave someone that really, truly loves me, because at that time, I really didn't feel like I had love, or I had the attention that I truly desired from my family. So, like, I kind of enjoyed the toxicity. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed the fact that he cared so much. Or cared so much. He didn't really care so much. He was desperate too. He felt alone. He felt like he didn't have nobody to. So that's why we met. But there was a day where I got upset and I wanted to leave. And I left the house. Because I stormed out because I was mad about whatever he said. He came after me and he told me to come back in the house. And when I came in the house, he literally dragged me. Like, when I entered the house, he dragged me by my shirt, and he dragged me on the floor, and he was like, why you keep trying to leave? And I was just sitting there stunned because I did not expect him to put his hands on me. That was the first time he put his hands on me. And then he got a knife. I think that was the day. I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure, because he did a lot of things like this constantly. But this was the first day. So I don't remember. I don't think he pulled a knife out on me that day. But that day. But he did drag me and threw me on the floor, and he was yelling at me and telling me to stop he told me to stop leaving him, and he was telling me like I'm ungrateful and I'm a hoe, and like he was like calling me bitches and all types of shit, right? And I was telling her I was stunned at first, but then I was like arguing back because I was like, no, this nigga's not gonna touch me. So I was arguing back and I was like, you're not gonna touch me, you better take me home, and da 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 da, right? He proceeds to push me up the stairs. Like, he's pulling me up the stairs. He drags me into the room. He takes my phone. I can't even remember what I did. I think I had my phone, but I set it downstairs. So no, I don't think he took my phone, but he led me upstairs. So now I'm nowhere near my phone, right? He led me upstairs, so he pushing me upstairs, right? And he's really big, keep in mind, y'all. Like, he's 160, maybe even more than that. Like, he weighs way more than I weigh. And he had me sit in his room, and like I was trying to tell him like I want to go, and he would not let me go. He was guarding the door. And so then he was just looking at me demonic and like telling me like, I don't even remember what he was saying. I just remember he was being really rude and just like cussing me out. And I was calling him the devil, and he was like, yeah, or something like that. He was like, yeah, I am the devil, or something like that. And then I was like getting scared, because I was like, what is this man gonna do? Because also he was getting aroused by the situation. So I'm like, what is this man like gonna do? And because yeah, he was getting, like, I saw through his pants, like he was getting aroused with the situation. It's making me sick even talking about it, y'all. I'm trying my best to get through it and smile and have a great time. It was not a good experience. But I was like crying and stuff like that, and I was like, why are you getting like hard and stuff like that? And he was like, then he started to be nice, kinda like he started to be more gentle, which was really weird. And then I was like, we were just sitting there in silence for a while, but then I said, I'm scared. And he was like, why are you scared? And I was like, because for one, you're not letting me go home, and two, you're rock hard while I don't, like, I'm not in the mood to do none of that. You just literally dragged me in the house and all this stuff. Like, why are you hard? And he was like, why would you think I would hurt you? Why would you think I would rape you? Why would you think that I would do that to you? And then I was like, I don't know. Why are you hard? And he was like, you know what? Since you think I'm going to do that, turn around. And he, you know, I don't want to say too much on the internet, but he abuses me. He abuses me. And then as he's abusing me, I'm calling for my mom and stuff like that. And he's just not caring. Like, this man is just weird as fuck. After that, or honestly, before he did that, I didn't even tell y'all what he did before that. Before that, I tried to run out the room. When I tried to run out the room, this man grabbed me by my face, because I screamed also. I was screaming because I was like, why is this, like, I am literally kidnapped. Like, this man is not letting me go. So I scream and I try to run, and like he grabs me by my face and he does this really hard, and I cannot breathe, y'all. I cannot breathe. I'm squirming, trying to move. Like, I thought I was going to die. Like, I was squirming, trying to move, and like, I could not fucking move, bruh. He finally put his hand off of me, and that is when all that other stuff happened. That is when I told him I was scared, all this stuff, and then him doing what he did. After he did what he did, he fell asleep beside me with the TV on, and I was up the whole entire night, y'all. The whole entire night I was up. And in the morning, he took me home, and he said, I wouldn't blame you if you did not want to come back. Or he was like, I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to be done with me after this. I'm going to take you home. He didn't apologize. He didn't do none of that stuff, right? He didn't do none of that stuff. He just took me home, and that was that. And I didn't tell nobody either. Yeah. There's more stories to tell about this man, because that wasn't the end of us, like, at all. I did not break up with him after that, which was dumb of me. I was really naive, and yeah. But that's the story, y'all. If y'all want more stories like this, then subscribe to my YouTube as well, because I'm going to start doing story times on YouTube, but also follow my account, because I'm going to start doing more story times about my life and how fucked up it was.